Ladies and gems, thank you for joining me. I am Mo, and we are going to be playing roughly 1 hour of Detroit Become Human. If you haven't seen the previous parts of this video series, I'd highly recommend going to check those out first. And now that we've caught up, I want you to sit back, relax, and get comfortable as I guide our androids through this experience. Welcome to Detroit Become Human.
Your parameters have been saved.
Your parameters have been saved.
By the way, I'm an ST-200 model.
Oh.
I thought you might be interested to know that.
Does Chloe have a crush on us after we tried to kill her yesterday? We didn't kill her yesterday. We tried to be pragmatic about things, and then we decided not to shoot her in the head. And now we continue our story. So we have this white screen here. So this white screen is called Dead Air Zones. So what Dead Air Zones means is obviously it's one of those screens that it's just a lot of dead air where I have to talk about something. So what I usually talk about when this white screen pops up is the fact that this blue circle looks like the blue thing that these androids have on the side of their temple, and it kind of spins around and it lets you know that everything is functioning as it should. Sometimes it will turn yellow, and when it turns yellow, it means that the RAM, or they're thinking about something, or they're processing, or they're kind of suspicious of things. And then occasionally we've seen deviants where, never mind. Oh guys, by the way, you know the drill. Like if anyone new comes into the chat, please welcome them. Because a lot of the times if we're in cutscenes or I don't see the screen, and someone says hello, like you guys know the drill. Welcome the new people, make them feel at home. Tell them to grab a warm drink. You guys know what you have to do, and I appreciate you. So we're going to be continuing playing as Marcus at the moment, so I don't know where he is. I think we can go downstairs, but we're going to have a look at the view over here very quickly. Enjoy some time alone. Okay. So this is a very non-robotic thing to do, is enjoy some time alone. It's a very non-android thing to do. Welcome to Detroit, Android City. City! So this reminds me a lot of Infamous for some strange reason.
I was wondering where you were.
I just needed to be alone.
I like it here. I come here often. It's like being alone with the world. We freed hundreds of our people, and they're still coming from all over the city. Those who dream of freedom come to Jericho. Something's changing. You seem preoccupied.
Yesterday, when we set fire to that place, all that chaos, the flames. In that moment, I enjoyed it. The power, the violence. And I hate myself for feeling that way.
All the media are talking about what we did last night. The humans are terrified. They're afraid of a civil war. Many of our people were burned in response to what happened. The humans hate us. They'll never give us our freedom.
No, not all humans are the same. Some of them understand that they can't stop us from becoming free forever.
You haven't said much about yourself since you've been with us. What was your life like before Jericho?
I was caring for an old man. He was like a father to me. He showed me that humans and androids can live together. What about you? You never told me about your past. What did you do before?
I don't want to talk about it.
That android you were looking at in the store. She reminded you of who you were, didn't she? North, we're fighting together. We have to know things about each other to trust each other.
I was nothing. A doll in a distributor program to satisfy humans. Just a toy designed for their pleasure. One day I was with a man who rented me. And without knowing why, I realized I couldn't take it anymore. I strangled him and I ran away. There, now you know everything. I shouldn't have told you. I saw your memories. Carl's house, when they left you for dead in his studio.
I saw your memories too. The Eden Club. The death of that man. I felt like I was there with you. North.
This is suicide. We'll all be killed. Please, Marcus. It's not too late to change your mind.
You don't understand. We're finally gonna show them who we really are. This place will go down in history.
We'll be killed on the spot.
That's a risk I'm prepared to take if it means freedom for our people.
Marcus, please don't do this.
They'll understand. We'll make them understand. This is the only way.
There were androids here who could join us. The more we are, the stronger our message.
Surely this is an android.
You're free.
Welcome to the inner circle.
You're free.
Welcome to the inner circle.
Come with us.
Oh, okay. She also had bags from Bellini Prints, which is where Carl used to get his paint from. Interesting.
You're awake now.
Wonderful. Are there more?
on hold for like 10 minutes. Yes.
You're free now.
Hey! Where do you think you're going? You get back here!
Leave him alone. He's chosen to be free. I need to block the street.
So I think all of these guys are good and converted into the inner circle.
You don't have to obey them. You're free. You're free now.
This is new. So it looks like we can convert people from a distance now. This is new.
Where are you going? Jesus, I'm walking out here, it's playing up again.
Greg, come back here immediately. Greg!
Hey! Disperse! Disperse immediately! That's an order! Jesus fucking Christ! Dispatch, this is Patrol 457.
I got a lot of androids down here. I don't know, hundreds.
They're not eager androids.
They're marching. Yeah, they're marching down the street.
We
Fuck if I know.
We came here to demonstrate peacefully and tell humans that we are living beings. All we want is to live free.
This is an illegal gathering. Disperse immediately or we will open fire.
We're not looking for confrontation. We've done no harm. We have no intention of doing any. But know that we are not going anywhere until we have secured our freedom.
I repeat, this is an illegal gathering. If you do not disperse immediately, we will shoot.
Marcus, they're gonna kill us. We have to attack. There's more of us. We can take them.
If we attack, we'll start a war. We have to show them we're not violent. We should just stand our ground, even if it means dying here.
Dying here won't solve anything. Marcus, we need to go, now, before it's too late.
This is your last chance. Disperse immediately, or you will all be killed.
We have to show them we won't back down. We stay right here.
Disperse! This is your last chance!
We have to make a statement. We have to stay put, no matter what.
Please, Marcus. We can't let them slaughter us without fighting back.
We're not moving.
Marcus, what are you doing? They're gonna kill us all.
Simon.
Quick! They're coming!
Whoa, bronze trophy, stand your ground. That was very, very intense, and I don't think it's over yet. It's far from over. If anything, we were able to kind of change the public opinion with our actions there, but I think I don't know where this is going, but yes, public opinion is now skeptical rather than being hostile. We're the leader of Jericho. North has now become a lover. That was strange. The whole ET touch thing. They see each other's memories, like something out of American Dad. If you've ever seen American Dad, and you see the episode where Roger and Stan kind of connect, and then they know everything about each other, and it's just fucking weird. So that was the Android version of things getting weird, I think. Josh is neutral, Simon is neutral. Simon, it looks like, was the one actually that ended up being sacrificed rather than Marcus. That was intense, guys. So, time to reflect is where we start off. We're on the roof by ourselves. We're enjoying some time alone. We walk on the beam, take a seat, and then North arrives and we share some memories. So this is going to have some cross-chapter impact. We share the past, and we ask North about her past. So she was also, I think, a pleasure android or something of the sorts, working for the Eden Club, which we've been to before. Then we have a couple of locked scenarios here. We end up in the mall. We convert the android vendor, the personal android, the security android, the cleaner android, another personal. We prepare the march. We be calm with the owner. Be calm with the owner. Be calm with the owner. Oh yeah, so the owner who had an android, and he kind of gives up fairly easily. He didn't put up much of a fight. We convert the delivery androids. The delivery androids block the road. We open the manhole and we start the march. We start marching along. We convert the AX400. We convert a bunch of androids, hack some screens, do some chanting. The policemen then block the march, and we choose to ignore them. We choose not to back down because we've already started this revolution pretty violently, and now we're kind of working down. So we had to be violent in the beginning, guys. We had to make sure that these guys know we're here, but we don't want this to be. I thought it was really powerful the last time we played, and we kind of let the two cops go because they'd kind of wiped out some of the androids, and we decided to let them free. And then that kind of has cross-chapter impact when Hank and Connor are kind of talking about what happens with the androids, kind of with Chris being let go by Marcus himself. Quote: the police then block the march. We stand ground. We stand our ground. We can either leave or charge. The police fire is unprovoked, so this helps public opinion. We decide instead of running away or charging or making things worse, because I'm guessing there's ways this can just be all-out war and there'll be like casualties on every side, but we decided to maybe sacrifice Marcus. So when I did that, I was like, oh fuck, I want Marcus to survive because I want to see him at the end of the game. But then even if he was to be killed as a martyr, you don't know how certain androids like North would react. Maybe they just rally up and use him as a martyr, and eventually we end up waging war on the humans anyway. But this ended up being a different kind of a sacrifice, and I think it was Chris that ends up sorry, not Chris, Simon that ends up getting sacrificed. So the police keep on firing, and then Simon survived in Public Enemy. Simon sacrifices himself. Okay, so I'm confused. So Simon survived in Public Enemy, so he's not dead. And Simon, oh, okay, so I'm confused. This is Public, and no, this is Freedom March. So yeah, Simon is the one that ends up being kind of sacrificed. There's a couple of other things that could have happened here. So he sacrifices himself, and Simon gave his life to save Marcus. So it looks like Simon is going to be the martyr, and we're gonna see how the story progresses from here. I'm just gonna take a quick second to check your contributions in the chat, and maybe take a sip of water. Oh, before I do that, wait, let me see what you guys thought of that. Let me see your opinions. I want to hear from you. Cookie Monster, how's it going? Sup all? I'm the energy drink guy. I need to scroll a bit more. Yeah, so Raza says I'm the energy drink guy. Okay, thank you for letting us know that you're the energy drink guy. What's your favorite energy drink? I don't know. Mr. Dragon, I'm going to switch to the phone as the audio started to calm my laptop. Yes, you've been having those issues lately. Cookie Monster, how's it going? It is good to see you with one eye on the Twitch chat with your moderator sword. Dragon, same thing's happening to me, but mine are... Stoofy, how's it going? I was just talking about you actually earlier. I was saying how Stoofy always has some kind of exotic beer or something going on with his drinking situation, but usually he has tea too. And then I see you jump up in the chat there. So moi moi to you, Stoofy. Mr. Dragon, wow, new dialogue after saying you are friends. Yeah, so she seems to be telling. So I'm thinking you're talking about Chloe at the opening screen. She says that she's a ST200 model, if I remember that correctly. Where? Yeah, so at the beginning of the game. So she mentions, Chloe says that she's a ST200, and she's like, I thought you wanted. She's like, I don't know. She's almost like I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. It'll come to me. City Skylines. This is a City Skyline. Why are you in the category wrestling? I'm not. I'm in the category Detroit Become Human. So obviously, if anyone is watching Detroit Become Human and they go to that category, hopefully they'll see us and then they'll come and join us. Nightbot being Nightbot. Mr. Dragon, the story seems similar to the one where Connor let the two bots escape. How so? How do you mean? The story seems similar to the one where Connor let the two bots escape. Please elaborate. I actually want to know more because I don't understand. I don't understand what you're saying, Mr. Dragon. It said North Lover. North Lover? Yeah, so they're kind of connected and they have some kind of an android attachment to each other, some kind of weirdness going on. Yeah, the relationship has changed to lovers. Yes, that was delightful, says Jas, when we kind of start converting people over, I think. I have an idea for the group name. Okay. Inryo Gyangu. Inryo. So that O with a little dash over it means that the O is pronounced a bit longer. Inryo Gyangu, meaning beverage gang. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. We definitely need a name. We need to figure out this whole naming convention situation, this branding situation, the branding situation that we have. Attack. There's more of us. No. So Beth is like, just go and run and just beat the shit out of some people. And then Clutch redeeming a sip of green tea. Thank you. I'm gonna have that now. Clutch. Yeah. So after seeing you, I just remembered. So I was rebuilding our city and city skyline, and obviously I think I did Stoofy Street, which is where we start, but I was using the oldest because the data got corrupted and I ended up having to use the saved stream to try and copy like how we'd laid out the land for our previous city. And so far I built Stoofy Street, and we're in the process of reforming Clutch City, which is the construction district. And thank you for the posture check too. I appreciate it. I'm gonna sit up and be ready. Stoofy, they'll do that to anyone, even their own people. Clutch, Stoofy in the future, shoot first, ask questions never. America. Stoofy says my point exactly. So when he got the ending because Simon survived in Public Enemy. If he did not, perhaps it would have ended with Marcus dead. Yeah, maybe. Beth says true. English playthrough, wrestling, no spoilers, no backseat gaming, no Detroit. Next to Detroit Become Human. Thank you, Beth. Yeah, those are all the categories, because sometimes I might just start talking about wrestling or I don't know, tea or Chinese proverbs or what you guys are eating or something else. So yeah, I guess it helps. It's relevant. When North was saying she strangled the dude, that story is similar to the one with Connor and the two bots. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, because they're being abused as like sex robots or something, and they just had enough. They're like, fuck this. And then they become deviant and they're like, fuck the humans. Ain't not bad. Sucks about the save date though. Yeah, that's the whole thing. So we're gonna need to rebuild. We might do some later on today, but for now we're gonna continue playing our story. And I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see where this goes. It'll be interesting to see who we're playing as next. I hope it's Kara, because I think they're reaching the end. I think they're reaching the border or something's happening. Let's find out. Okay, so we're playing as Connor. So this place isn't real because Amanda isn't real. Amanda's dead. And since, look at his software instability and how it's had an impact on the environment here. This is in his mind. I'm calling it now. This is in his mind. This is in another parallel dimension. This is in some kind of software programming. This isn't real. This is in the Matrix. Or this is wait, well, hold on. Chess. Has that always been here? I've never seen it. This is the first time I'm seeing it. What a time to be playing a game like this, with the discussion of like morals and androids, technology, human rights. This is a really fascinating game. It's very interesting in the way it makes you kind of consider things. For me anyway, I don't know about anyone else. Like, people might just be playing it, it's a cool video game, but there's so many things to think about and actually consider, and I really like what Quantum has done. with Heavy Rain, with Beyond Two Souls, and Detroit. So we can't seem to go walk over this because it's against the rules. So we're gonna have to walk around.
After what happened today, the country is on the verge of a civil war. The machines are rising up against their masters. Humans have no choice but to destroy them.
So I believe that the two options we have here, one is Kamsky, the other one is locked. So I think the other one would have been unlocked had we decided to shoot Chloe in the head and have Kamsky give us some information.
I thought Kamsky knew something. I was wrong.
Maybe he did. But you chose not to ask.
I saw a photo of Amanda at Kamsky's place. She was his teacher.
When Kamsky designed me, he wanted an interface that would look familiar. That's why he chose his former mentor. What are you getting at?
Did Kamsky design this place?
He created the first version. It's been improved significantly since then. Why do you ask?
You didn't tell me everything you know about deviants, did you?
I expect you to find answers, Connor. Not ask questions. You're the only one who can prevent civil war. Find the deviants, or there will be chaos. This is your last chance, Connor.
You're off the case. The FBI is taking over.
What? But we're onto something. We just need more time, I'm sure we
Hank, you don't get it. This isn't just another investigation. It's a fucking civil war. It's out of our hands now. We're talking about national security here.
Fuck that. You can't just pull the plug now, not when we're so close.
You're always saying you can't stand androids. Jesus, Hank, make up your mind. I thought you'd be happy about this.
We're about to crack the case. I know we can solve it. For God's sake, Jeffrey, can't you back me up this one time?
There's nothing I can do. You're back on homicide, and the android returns to Cyberlife. I'm sorry, Hank, but it's over.
He even moves more agitatedly, like a human.
We can't just give up like that. I know we could have solved this case.
So you're going back to Cyberlife?
I have no choice. I'll be deactivated and analyzed to find out why I failed.
What if we're on the wrong side, Connor? What if we're fighting against people who just want to be free?
They're not people, Lieutenant. They're defective machines.
They're not people. That's what we say every time we want to oppress someone.
When you refused to kill that android at Kamsky's place, you put yourself in her shoes. You showed empathy, Connor. Empathy's a human emotion.
I don't know why I did it. I'm not programmed to say things like this, but I really appreciated working with you. With a little more time, who knows? We might have even become friends.
Well, well, here comes Perkins, that motherfucker. Sure don't waste any time at the FBI.
We can't give up. I know the answers and the evidence we collected. If Perkins takes it, it's all over.
There's no choice. You heard Fowler. We're off the case.
You've got to help me, Lieutenant. I need more time so I can find a lead in the evidence we collected. I know the solution is in there.
Listen, Connor...
If I don't solve this case, CyberLife will destroy me. 5 minutes. That's all I ask.
Key to the basement is on my desk. Get a move on. I can't distract him forever.
Perkins, you fucking cocksucker.
Hey, Connor. I'm talking to you, asshole. Where are you going? Wouldn't any plastic pricks around here, or did anybody tell you?
I've been ordered to return to CyberLife. I'm going to register the evidence in my possession, and then I'm going to leave immediately.
Good. Be careful on your way back. Androids have a tendency of getting themselves set on fire these days.
You know Connor would handle him in a freaking chase or a fight. He would handle him so badly. But right now we have a mission.
Hank's password. What would a hard-boiled, eccentric police lieutenant choose? Obviously. Where is Jericho? The answer's here somewhere. Rupert. The android with the birds.
Oh wow, it's a lot of stuff. Okay, so we need to reverse 619 4 times. Where would we find these things?
The android that murdered its owner.
Okay, so we need to remove his parts.
One of the deviants that hacked the TV station with Marcus. It must have known where the deviants are hiding. The deviant who took a child hostage.
You lied to me, Connor. I trusted you, and you lied to me.
I need to find Jericho. Do you know how to get there?
You're wasting your time. I don't know anything about Jericho. But I hope that one day you pay for what you did to me.
Can you hear me?
It's dark. Where am I?
I'm a deviant. Like you. I need your help. I want to go to Jericho.
I don't recognize your voice. You're not one of us. I'll never tell you where Jericho is. Now leave me alone!
We ask that you recognize our dignity, our hopes, and our rights. Together, we can live in peace and build a better future for humans and androids. This message is the hope of a people. You gave us life, and now the time has come for you to give us freedom.
We ask that you recognize our dignity,
our hopes, and our rights.
Who's there? Who are you?
Everything is all right. Don't worry.
Marcus? Is that you? I tried to reach you, but the deviant hunter stopped me.
You stopped him from finding me. You saved me. You saved Jericho. You'll be all right now. I came to take you home. Give me the location to Jericho. We've got to leave now.
The location of Jericho? Yes. Yes, of course. Marcus? Is that you, Marcus? Don't leave me, Marcus!
Looks like someone's been snooping around.
Oh, shit. Get the alarm. Now!
Connor, the man that always whoa, that's a lot of flowchart. The man that always seems to get the job done. Mission accomplished. We have found the location of Jericho, and the bronze trophy that we just popped is called Bloodhound because we sniff out them clues. So we complete 50% of Last Chance. Connor, we start Here in the place, the Garden of Zen or whatever, we talked to Amanda. He's kind of suspicious. Our relationship with Amanda at the moment is neutral. We're friends with Hank. Software instability question mark, and the public opinion of Android is still skeptical. In the police station, we see Fowler and Hank have an argument. Jericho's location is currently unknown. There's sufficient evidence. Let's just turn on the world stats. Okay, so 95% of people, 85% of people. Hank goes to his desk. You talk to Hank. And yeah, so that was very human of Connor. He's got these little nuances where he seems frustrated. He's developing these like humanistic traits. I don't know if that's even a scientific word, but it's a thing now. Perkins arrives. 95% of people have the same situation. Hank wants to help. In 59% of the games, Hank punches Perkins. Okay, yeah, so this is creating a diversion for 95% of people. We take the key, we rush to the basement. Gavin yells. Gavin needs to get slapped up one time. Just one time. He needs one hefty, just a swift backhand across his left side of his jaw, up, brushing past his nose, and just kind of just clapped to the ground just one time. And I'd be very satisfied. So 29% of people answer him calmly because we don't want that prick in our way. Gavin is convinced and he fucks off. We go down to the basement and we're in the evidence room. 94% of people in the same situation. Then Hank's password. Unlock the evidence. Yeah, so we guess Hank's password, which was fucking password. So that was pretty hilarious on the first attempt. So there's a lot of cross-chapter implications here. As we can see, all this yellow. So died in a previous scene. We see the body of Carlos's android. Carlos's android's memory used in friendly approach in the interrogation. There's a lot of things from the past here. So we see Rupert, who committed suicide in the nest. Found in the nest. We see Rupert's diary. Found a partner. So this kind of made it a lot simpler, I guess. I mean, there's other ways probably to get that information, but I thought this was pretty straightforward. There's other things you could do. Find Jericho's location. So there's a bunch of other things that are also locked over here, but we use the Stratford android's body as well. We reactivate the deviant, we interrogate the deviant, we tricked the deviant by impersonating Marcus, and then we downloaded the Jericho key. We found our way to the inner circle. Like 73% of people. No information from some of these guys, but it's fine. It wasn't too complicated. We locate Jericho. Again, this is going to have some cross-chapter impact. We then leave the basement like 28% of people. And Connor eluded Perkins. So this is good. We're in a minority, but we're in a good minority in the sense that we got away with what we needed, and there's some other alternative endings here that you might get if you decide to play the game and you kind of choose a different route. So that's fairly a long sequence. But yeah, that is Last Chance Connor. I'm just going to take a second very quickly to check the chat. I see, first of all, I see the posture redemption from Stoofy, so I will sit up straight for you. Thank you. Let me just scroll up very quickly. Very realistic reaction by the police. Very real, yeah. Even their own people might point exactly. Okay, so I've read this. Connor is a badass, sexy beast. Yeah, Connor is like, he's the hero that they need. You know, like he's the guy that they need. But they also need someone like Marcus. I think they're both very essential to what's happening in the world. Kara is more of a an individual story where it's like they're just trying to get free. It's just kind of like it's the immigration story. So they're going to immigrate into Canada. They want safe passage. They want a new life. They want a fresh start, and that's completely like relatable. It's a very down to earth story. Whereas with Marcus's revolutionary kind of side of the war, it's very different. And then we have someone that's trying to work within the system in Connor, and trying very hard to to stay within the bounds of his own parameters, as Chloe would say. Best password ever. Connor be like Scooby too. Yeah, Connor's like figuring that shit out. And Stoofy redeeming a sip of green tea. Thank you, Stoofy. I appreciate it. It's an extra big slurp from the King of Slurp style for Stoofy. But yeah, let's continue playing, and let's see who. It has to be Kara now, right? Because we played as Marcus, played as Connor. I'm guessing it's Kara. Yeah, so even in the last, not last scene, but we've seen this previously where the car's just driving itself. Is very weird. We have the friendly giant in the back taking care of Alice.
Androids being turned over to the authorities, the country is grinding to a halt. Hospitals and schools are closing, water cuts, blackouts, and network failures are expected. Maybe most worrying of all, our armed forces have lost 2/3 of their effective personnel.
How about some music instead?
That is so what I would have done. What Rose just did, that's exactly what my reaction would have been. It's like, yeah, fuck the news. There's never anything good on the news. Let's just listen to something else.
They've been conducting raids all over the city. Everybody's on edge after what happened yesterday. It's gonna be all right. We're almost there.
It's interesting that a lot of the vehicles in the game actually look very similar to the vehicles I've seen on the roads in Tokyo. But just slightly more futuristic.
A little further on that way, there's a large freighter called Jericho. When you get there, find Marcus. He will help you. The last bus for the border leaves at midnight. You absolutely have to be on it. You'll be safer on the other side. It's not much, but it's a start.
Wow.
My brother lives in Ontario. I've given you his address.
Oh, they're going to Clutch.
You until things calm down.
Clutch is an android.
You're a very brave little girl, Alice. You deserve to be happy.
Thank you for everything, Rose.
Let me know when you make it over there, all right? And be careful. Take care of them.
Come on, girls. You better not hang around. You have a bus to catch.
So our current drives at the moment are to locate Jericho. This is about as linear as the progression could be at the moment. Oh wow, it looks like everything's coming to a head. Find Jericho. Well, that's incredibly huge when you're actually playing from the side and walking along.
The authorities have ordered all androids to be delivered to the nearest police station or army barracks immediately. If you are worried about your safety, dial the number on your screen and the authorities will come to collect your android. Under no circumstances should you try to destroy your android yourself. They are unpredictable and potentially
We've got to find a warm place for Alice.
The androids weren't doing any harm. They're conducting raids. We've got to do something. We can't just stand by.
Machines, but they look like just people who want to be free. Following the android crisis and the neutralization of all military androids, American forces in the Arctic have...
How do you feel? I'm hot and cold at the same time.
Stay with her. I'll try to find this Marcus.
The last bus is in 2 hours. And the terminal's on the other side of town. We haven't got much time.
We'll leave as soon as we have passports.
Carol, there's something I have to tell you. It's about Alice.
We'll have lots of time to talk on the bus. I'll be back. Stay with Alice.
The time has come for us to destroy our machines before they destroy us.
So we've got to find the deviant leader and don't catch anyone's attention.
Determination of the police, the machines would have reduced Detroit to a state of chaos.
The authorities have ordered all androids to be delivered to the nearest police station or army barracks immediately. If you are worried about your safety, dial the number on your screen and the authorities will come to collect your android. Under no circumstances should you try to destroy your android yourself. They are unpredictable and potentially violent.
The androids weren't doing any harm. The cops just gunned them down. It was sheer carnage. There were androids all over the square. And then the police arrived, and they opened fire. I know they're only machines, but they look like just people.
You're lost. You're looking for something. You're looking for yourself.
Following the android crisis and the neutralization of all military androids, American forces in the Arctic have been forced to withdraw, leaving the way clear for the Russian army. But according to some sources, the Russian forces also seem mysteriously to have withdrawn. The Kremlin has made no comment for the moment, but it is quite possible that the Russian army has been confronted with a similar crisis among its own androids. The chairman of the United Nations, Douglas Cromwell, has called for the organization of an international conference on the status of the Arctic. In any case, the danger of a third world war seems to have been ruled out for the moment.
A new stage has been reached, demonstrating beyond all doubt that these defective machines have become a real danger for...
Are you Marcus? I'm with a little girl and another android. There's a bus leaving for the border in less than 2 hours, and we need passports.
No, Detroit's under curfew. There's soldiers everywhere. They're rounding up all the androids and sending them to camps. Maybe you should stay here a while.
Maybe you're right. You might be safer here until things calm down.
One of our people used to work in the State Department. He has electronic passports he can easily modify. I'll have him get them to you.
Thank you.
You said you're with a little girl, right? You know that humans hate us. Why are you protecting her?
I don't care whether she's human or android. She's just someone who matters to me.
The time has come for us to destroy our machines before they destroy us.
Without the courage and the determination of the police, the machines would have reduced Detroit to a state of chaos.
The authorities have ordered all androids to be delivered to the nearest police station or army barracks immediately. If you are worried about your safety, dial the number on your screen and the authorities will come to collect your android. Under no circumstances should you try to destroy...
Alice.
Oh, what?
You knew from the beginning. You just didn't want to see it. She wanted a mom, and you wanted someone to care for. You needed each other. What difference does it make? Do you love her any less now that you know she's one of us? Alice loves you, Kara. She loves you more than anything in the world. She became the little girl you wanted, and you became the mother she needed. Forgetting who you are to become what someone needs you to be. Maybe that's what it means to be alive.
Kara, is there something wrong?
We're short on blue blood and biocomponents. Our wounded are shutting down, and there's nothing we can do.
Humans are conducting raids in all the big cities, and they're taking androids to camps to destroy them.
That's all our fault. None of this would have happened if we just stayed quiet.
We couldn't just suffer in silence. They're killing us. Nothing is gonna justify that.
What's the point of being free if no one is left alive?
You saw what they did to us back there. It doesn't matter what we do. We either fight for our freedom or we die in silence.
This is getting us nowhere.
He's right. All that matters now is what we do next. Marcus?
Dialogue is the only way. I will go alone. Try to talk to them one last time.
Don't do this, Marcus. They'll kill you.
Maybe. But North, I have to try.
I want to see if I can change the decision I just made. This is the first time we're doing this, so it is what it is. Should have hard car. Don't listen. Don't you sit there and fucking backseat game and shit. Shut the fuck up. I'm joking. Should have hard car. I mean, Kara said she did not care of it. No, what happened was I was going to, but the timer ran out, and when the timer runs out, it automatically goes to distant. So let's see what we can kind of redo.
I think there's something wrong in my program. Maybe I should reset.
No. We've had enough of those for 1 week.
Wait. Are you sure you should continue?
Yes.
Maybe we should leave things as they are.
Are you sure you should? What the fuck is going on?
As you wish.
Yeah, so this is the screen with the thing and the spinning disc and stuff. But I don't want to start talking about that because it will take me out of the immersion, and I don't want to do that. I want to see where we can continue, because I think after they tried to kill Marcus, he would be a bit more like, I think he would want to fight instead of just go with dialogue. But yeah, sometimes it's confusing shifting perspective so quickly between characters, like, and trying to remember. Maybe the game wants you to have them all have one kind of outlook on things, but I don't know. Let's see where it lets us continue from. 85%, 86%. There we go.
We're short on blue blood and biocomponents. Our wounded are shutting down, and there's nothing we can do.
Humans are conducting raids in all the big cities, and they're taking androids to camps to destroy them.
That's all our fault. None of this would have happened if we just stayed quiet.
All we did was show them who we really are. I don't want war, but I'd rather die free than live as a slave.
What's the point of being free if no one is left alive?
You saw what they did to us back there. It doesn't matter what we do. We either fight for our freedom or we die in silence.
This is getting us nowhere.
He's right. All that matters now is what we do next. Marcus?
We have to face them. There's no other choice.
This is insanity.
Get all the guns that you can find. We're going to free Detroit.
You're making a mistake, Marcus. You won't buy our freedom with blood.
They've been butchering each other for centuries over the color of their skin or whatever god they wanted to worship. They're not gonna change. Violence is just in their genes.
They can't stop what we've started. Since you've been here, you've given us hope. You've given me hope. Today, a deviant arrived in Jericho and he told me that he stole a truck transporting radioactive cobalt. He said that he abandoned the truck somewhere in Detroit and rigged it to explode. I convinced him not to do it, to give me the detonator.
A dirty bomb.
We can't lose this war, Marcus. If humans overcome us, our people will disappear forever. This may be our only chance to survive if things go wrong.
I just hope we never have to use it.
Whatever happens tomorrow, I just want you to know that I'm glad I met you. I'll go join the others. Look after yourself. I don't want to lose you.
Well done, Connor. You succeeded in locating Jericho and finding their leader. Now deal with Marcus. We need it alive.
I've been ordered to take you alive. But I won't hesitate to shoot if you give me no choice.
What are you doing? You're one of us. You can't betray your own people.
You're coming with me.
We are your people. We're fighting for your freedom, too. You don't have to be their slave anymore. You're Connor, aren't you? That famous deviant hunter. Well, congratulations. You seem to have found what you were looking for. You never have any doubts. You've never done something irrational, as if there's something inside you, something more than your program. Have you never wondered who you really are? Whether you're just a machine executing a program or a living being, capable of reason. I think the time has come for you to ask yourself that question. It's time to decide.
What the fuck? How can you just ask a question like that? Become a deviant or remain a machine? I'm gonna look at the chat just really quickly. We're gonna have a little discussion. This game is so self-conscious. I love it. No, let Marcus go free. We're playing 2 at once. Yes, be a deviant. Become a deviant. Yes, deviant. Deviant. Yes, yes. But would he do that though? That's the thing. Would he do that? This has been so difficult. He's definitely questioning. Okay, let's think about this. Before we make a rash, life-altering decision, let's think about this for a second. Stuvie says, I'm not sure, but I guess we're going deviant then. Yeah, okay, let's just discuss it for a second. So he's been having doubts in his own mind about Amanda. He knows that Amanda was just created as a program. It looks like in his mind. Eden is in his mind. The Garden of Zen or whatever is in his mind. Oh, 111 comments. Thank you, Beth. But yeah, Eden is in his mind, and he's been questioning Amanda. He's hesitated on killing Chloe. He decided not to. Hank is happy with him because he starts to believe that maybe there's something. I think Hank even believes maybe we're fighting for the wrong side. So there's a lot of doubts right now in Connor's mind. So I think he becomes a deviant.
They're going to attack Jericho.
What?
We have to get out of here.
Shit.
What's going on, Carol?
Quick, we've got to get out of here.
Come on, go, go, go! Goodbye. Delta dancing on your position.
This fucking dickhead.
Rats in a maze.
Hey, Carol! They're coming! Over there. Follow me. This way! Quick! This way. There must be an exit further on. Come in! Quick!
No!
They're coming from all sides. Our people are trapped in the hold. They're gonna be slaughtered.
There are exits on the 2nd and 3rd floor. Find them and jump in the river. They're coming from the upper deck now, too. We'll be caught in the crossfire.
We have to run, Marcus. There's nothing we can do.
Where's Josh?
I don't know. We got separated.
We have to blow up Jericho. If the ship goes down, they'll evacuate and our people can escape.
You'll never make it! The explosives are all the way down in the hold. There are soldiers everywhere.
She's right. They know who you are. They'll do anything to get you.
Go and help the others. I'll join you later.
Marcus!
I won't be long.
This is the end of Jericho. Save our people, Marcus.
they give you any trouble at all.
Affirmative, Wilco.
It's too late, Cal! Save yourself! Save Alice!
No, we're not gonna leave you behind. Right, Kara? We can't leave him.
What are you doing?
I won't leave you.
Clara, no!
Don't move!
You shouldn't have done that. You can't put Alice in danger. Go now before they come back.
What about you? What are you going to do?
I'll manage. Alice is all that matters.
I don't want to leave you, Luther.
Don't worry. I'll catch up with you at the border, okay? Go now. Take care of each other.
She'll die out there, Kara. Open it. Open the door.
We'll be killed if we open up.
No, Kara.
There's more down there. Follow me.
There was nothing we could do. You have to go.
Please don't kill us. On your duty here.
Just
Now.
hurt us. We haven't done anything wrong. Please.
Gun.
Marcus, you saved us. Go now! Hurry!
Gamma Squad out.
Tango. Stop.
Look out!
Here they come!
Don't move.
We surrender! We surrender! Don't shoot! Marcus! It's Marcus! Go now! Join the others! Quick, this way! Find North. I'll join you later.
A way out! We're safe, Alice.
Stop.
Get down! Don't move.
Please don't kill me!
Oh, what the fuck? What again? Again. So do we move or do we defend Alice or do we not move? I think if we don't move, then there's a chance that they could both die, but at the same time they might think we're both dead, so we can just kind of. Whew. And hindsight is a motherfucker. Okay, so let's see. Let's get some opinions. I'm gonna sip some more. This is getting intense. Don't move, don't move. Okay, yeah. That sounds like something I was gonna do anyways. Just don't move, because if we move, we're both fucked. Okay, let's go with don't move.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Is it safe to get up?
Quick, we gotta go.
Bomb's gonna explode any second. We gotta get out of here. Over there! Run!
Go, now! Let's go! Suppressing fire!
Oh, fuck! Go on, Connor!
Run, quick! Come on!
They detonated an explosive in the hold. The ship is sinking, sir.
The men to evacuate.
Calling all units. Abandon ship and evacuate immediately.
Is it over, Marcus?
So one of us is the bronze trophy that we've just popped, along with Scorched Earth. That's another bronze trophy. And this is one hell of a flowchart. I think it's finished. Okay, so this was 44% complete of Crossroads as Marcus. Oh, there's 3, okay. 44% as Marcus, 13% as Connor, and 43% as Kara. So this is a lot to get through, guys. So we're going to turn on the world stats. Captain's Cabin, 94%. You have Constable Joshua North, We discuss with North what we're gonna do. We kiss North. 75% of people did the same thing. 94% of people. North leaves Marcus alone. Connor watches North leave. Jericho is under attack in the corridor with Marcus. You meet your team. You try to escape. You meet Lucy. Bridge breaks under Marcus. There's a lot going on. Marcus is in the corridor. We sneak around the soldiers. The soldiers threaten the androids. We intervene. We deal with the soldiers. The androids escape. Progress to the next corridor. And the soldiers are coming Marcus's way. We jump the soldiers, and along with 22% of people, we enter a well. Soldiers, knock soldiers out. Androids, the androids escape. We approach the hold. We intervene. We tried to save as many people as we could, really. There was the Kara situation where the priority became to protect Alice, and then obviously some NPC had to die because of it. But yeah, we're in the hold with Marcus. Enter the old engine room. The soldiers interrupt. We neutralize them. We trigger the countdown in the corridor with Marcus. Join the others trying to blah 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 blah. There's a lot. We kill the soldiers. Marcus jumps. Marcus fled with his people. Josh jumps with him. North jumps with him. Connor jumps with him. So there's someone else there that didn't quite make it. But in this scenario, I think Marcus fled with his people. So this is the end of that. And then if we look at Connor's situation, it starts off with him at Ferndale. We follow the trail to Jericho. We're in the ship. We spot the explosive. There's quite a few things in Jericho that we missed as Connor. We get stopped by Lucy back in the captain's base. Enter the captain's cabin. We threaten Marcus. We confront Marcus. 89% of people. And then, yeah, 74% of people decided to become a deviant. So I want to know what would have happened if we would have stayed a machine. Because by this point, so he'd been having a lot of conflicting... He was showing signs of frustration like a human. He wasn't sure about Amanda. Hank was kind of questioning why he decided not to pull triggers in certain places in the game, such as with letting the two workers at the Eden Club go, and then obviously not killing Chloe. So he was kind of having a lot of build up of his software instability. But it would have been interesting to see, if someone does a playthrough of what would happen. There's a whole different path for if you would have decided to keep Connor a machine. And then over here we warn Marcus Jericho is under attack, and then there's a bunch of things here again that are very blocked off, but we bypass a lot of it, and our blue line goes all the way to the right side over here, where we kind of have Connor joining the others. He helps Marcus, he jumps with the others, and Connor escaped with Jericho's people. And then in this situation here, we have Kara's perspective of Crossroads. So we're driving to Jericho with Alice and Luther. We look outside, change the radio station, all this regular stuff. We arrive at Jericho. We board the ship. We find a warm place for Alice. We go upstairs. We meet Marcus. We go back to Alice. We spot the android child. We join Alice. And we were in the 3% that stay distant. So this 3%, we're not technically in this 3% because as I was explaining earlier, like if you don't make a choice, or if you feel like you're down to the wire and you don't press the button, it just automatically goes to stay distant, whereas the other option was to hug. And yeah, I mean, I don't think Alice kind of cared about her being human, or she would, but not so much as to be distant. So that was kind of an auto kind of decision that kind of happened there. And then we move over to here where Kara and Alice are in the corridor. We escape with Luther. Luther opens the door. We go through the door. Luther is shot. Then we come over to here. I'm not sure what happens. I don't know what this scenario is. But something else happens here, where there's a split in the path. Kara and Alice are at the crossroads. 89% of people. We run to Luther. We help Luther along with 65% of people. We get Luther to safety. We leave Luther hidden. We run towards the exit. The soldiers block the way. I don't know. Maybe Luther's still alive. I mean, maybe he survived this blast and we'll see him again. I'm not entirely sure. But that might be the last time we see Luther. But we decide to hide. The android seeks shelter. And along with 20% of people, we keep the door closed. And And now that we did keep the door closed, I'm kind of glad, because I think if we would have opened the door, Alice would have died. I could be wrong, but it's a possibility. But we had an NPC die, which was a lot less worse than Alice dying. So we see this segment here where something happens if we open the door, and I don't... Kind of glad we didn't open the door and we kept it closed. So the NPC took the bullet for the rest of the story, which is fine by me. Soldiers shoot the android and move on. 88% of people escaped the cabin. Kara flees, tried to escape, almost reached the breach. Soldiers shoot the crowd in 87% of the cases, and then we play dead. If we didn't play dead, there's a bunch of things that could have happened here. If we continue to run, I'm pretty sure we would have been shot. If we surrender, maybe it takes us into something else. But it's getting pretty nitty gritty where they're just shooting down androids. So I'm glad we played dead. This was a split second decision where we decided to. It says either protect Alice or remain still, and most people remain still. I think if we would have went to protect Alice, maybe Alice survives, but Kara would have died, or maybe they both die. If we stay still, there's also the chance of like them still shooting us both. But then there was a chance of both of us surviving, and luckily that's what happened, along with 61% of people. And then we move over to this situation over here, where we leave Jericho with 73% of the world's population that played the game, and Kara and Alice escaped Jericho. So what's gonna happen next, I'm not entirely sure, but I feel like this is a good place to call it. So I want to thank you for giving me a bite-sized chunk of your day. If you're watching this on YouTube, wherever or whenever on the YouTubes, and since you're on there, know that I'm currently moving along the path towards 100 subscribers. So I ask, would you kindly subscribe and hit the notification bell on YouTube? And if you liked what you saw, click me a thumbs up. And hey, whilst you're doing all that, you might as well leave a comment with your thoughts below. I'd love to hear from you, and be sure to check out the notes in the description of this video. I look forward to you joining me again.